Good day, everyone. Alice here from Sophie Financial Network. Today is July 7, 2023. And here is S&P 500 daily chart. So we had a pretty nice downtick today. Price action wise, this is kind of like a reversal happening, and we are just getting close, not below this wide range bar. So that's interesting, just because everyone needs to just look at this wide range bar first, and this is going to be 43.90, which S&P 500 just got into this SMA 20 and then reversing back up. So this is kind of like the support that we have, but ultimately I'm just looking for kind of like a downtick. If we take out this pivotal point, which is almost around a 40, then we can see a downtick get stretched out to here, to this area. And if you haven't watched my previous analysis, which is yesterday, so make sure watch that one. We were talking about the level. If market get close candle below 4,200 in a daily basis, which is going to be this level. Ultimately, it's going to be this level. Sorry. That's going to be the ugly scenario for the market, because any rally could be a pullback, and then we can see a lower low down the road, and possibly we're just getting all the way down to here to the new low, even before this October low. So so just like keep an eye on this level. So 4,200 is going to be very, very important level for the market. Right now we are due for corrective move, and we are due for correction. So this correction is happening right now. Next week earnings season is gonna kick off, and it's gonna be lots of volatility, especially when Federal Reserve is just talking about another rate hike for this month. So we'll see how it goes. Stochastic wise, we are just getting a bird reversal here, so it's kind of like coming along with their analysis. So we need to just get close below this SMA 20, and also this pivot, which is going to be 43.50. So that 43.50 is going to be a decisive moment for the market right now. So we're just waiting for that one. We'll see how it goes. But right now, as I said, this candle is kind of like important price action wise, but volume was not that strong. So volume for now is just 80 million for SPY, which is S&P 500 ETF. I'm just looking for a more high volume reversal today, so or tomorrow, or any reversal happening probably tomorrow, which is going to be a Friday, and that would be pretty interesting to see how weekly candle is going to close. Right now, weekly candle is not that good. So as you see here, we just got a bearish harami here, but this bearish harami is not that strong. So we had bearish harami, but didn't have follow through. So we should see more data before just taking any position to the downside. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to Nasdaq. And let's go to the Nasdaq. So here's Nasdaq chart. The Nasdaq, we got a reversal. It was kind of like a more aggressive sell-off early session, but at the same time, just the market is retracing back up. So it was kind of like some news came to the market, and just a hold off for now. So this SMA 20, which is coming along with this wide range bar. So this bullish consolidation is still is valid. It doesn't fail, but if it does, that would be very, very ugly scenario. So because this one can go to 14,300 to 14,200, so that's going to be the level that everyone needs to pay attention, because if market just accelerates down to here, and if we get close below 13,500 in a daily basis, that would be pretty ugly scenario, because if we get below this in a daily basis, then we should see a lower low is happening for the Nasdaq. That's going to be the scenario down the road, and market is going to crash this year, and this rally is just going to be a bear market rally, which is going to be this bear market. But this is very, very steep. This is epic, and still has its momentum. Momentum still is there. So don't get me wrong. So we're just waiting for the corrective move to the downside. I'm just looking for a corrective move to downside to here, ideally here, not here even. And then we will see another just a summer rally for the August, September, and then market is just getting to the sharper decline after that in September, October. Not right now. So I'm just looking for a corrective move, and market is due for correction. This is a substantial rally to the upside, and a corrective move like this would be healthy for the market because down the road we can see more upside is coming. Moving on to Dow Jones, which was kind of like a 1% decline today. It's kind of like an aggressive one, but at the same time, I will get to those financial and energy names. They're not that bad, so still there are gonna be some lights at the end of the tunnel for Dow Jones. Still, we are above this neckline, so which coming down. This is kind of like a forming a double top formation and pattern, but we need to get close below this, and we need to just follow, continue to the downside to here to this area if we want to be bearish. I'm not that bearish yet. I'm just looking for kind of like bottoming formation here, somewhere around here to just getting back up here. And then everyone is talking about reverse head and shoulder, which I believe if it consolidates here, that would be pretty nice setup for the long side. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not gonna just see the market based on my ideal scenario. I'm just looking the market day by day or week by week, but this is obviously a sharp sell-off to the downside, and probably we'll see more follow through tomorrow. But again, Dow Jones stock, like a financial, like healthcare, like energy, they were not that bad today. So we will get to those names here when we just continue with our analysis today. Moving on to the yield. So yield just in like a nominal high, but coming down. So that's interesting, just because for the first time since 2007, yield is getting above 5%, but it just sold off aggressively to the downside. So what's the prediction for tomorrow or next day? So if we see this is going to be a shooting star, we need to see a follow through to the downside, at least this level. So if yield is coming down and this level, that would be top information. But at the same time, if you see something like, okay, market is just holding up pretty well, it's just consolidating here for a day or week or 2 weeks, so that's going to be a scenario for another hike to the upside, which is going to be very, very ugly for the market. So that's not good sign, just because this means a recession is coming sooner than everyone is expecting. But we'll see how it goes. So shooting a star, price action wise, this is kind of like a very, very long popping tail at the top. So I believe this is kind of like the top information. To be honest, I didn't expect this one is going up. Still, we are in this ending diagonal to the upside. And as you see here, we just got above this, rejected down nicely. So we'll see how it goes. TLT just coming down sharply. Yield is off. TLT is coming down. So this is kind of like expectation. 98 still is going to be on the plate for the bond traders. So still, I'm just looking for another dip down to here to this area. Possible scenario. Still, this is going to be a possible, but we'll see 94 to 96. But that 98 area is going to be very, very solid support here, especially coming to this area, to this demand, and also this pivot, and also this kind of like dynamic trend line as well. So 98 to 99, that's going to be a possible scenario for bottom information. Gold just didn't go down aggressively, because if yield is up, if DIX is up, if everyone is expecting for more hike, gold supposed to go down aggressively, but it didn't. It just hold up pretty nicely, 1910, and right now it's just pretty nice above this pivotal point. So we need to get close below this pivot to see more bearish action for the gold. Right now it's just forming the bottoming formation. And I just post in my channel as well. So this is kind of like, I think this is going to be a bottoming formation, and gold needs will go higher substantially down the road. Not today, tomorrow, but I'm just expecting more upside targets for gold price down the road. Crude just coming up today, so pretty nice follow through based on the session, and a nice tailing here as well. So This means that crude didn't have like a sell-off. So if we take out this pivotal point, which is 73, then we can go to $75. And this $75 is going to be this pivotal point. If we get close above $75, we are getting to 78. So it's pretty tight consolidation here. So we need to go one by one, level by level. VIX had a sharp move to the upside, but look what happened. Still, panic is not there. So that was kind of like a sudden panic, but market just reclaim again bullish position for stock market. And that's why VIX is coming down to the topping tail. It goes to this area, which is kind of like a very, very important resistance there. So we'll see how it goes. DXY coming down. Interestingly, when yield is up, DXY is supposed to go up, but it didn't. It's just holding up at this level, but it goes down like a 103, right now 103.1. That's going to be the level for the DXY. So DXY is kind of like, again, this is ending diagonal. If this one triggers to the downside, so that would be pretty interesting to see how it goes. But still, we are just no position on it. I'm kind of like getting along with TLT right now, so it's kind of like more interesting. Magma, Microsoft, Apple, Meta, Amazon, and Google index. So this one holding up pretty well today. So still doesn't lose its momentum. Momentum needs to go down below 1,037 and even 1,000 ideally. So if we see some closing below this, which is going to be this level, then we can see sharp sell-off to here, or to here in an ugly scenario or bad scenario, which is going to be 10 to 15% to the downside. So still it is there, it is up there, so we'll see how it goes. But right now, as I said, it doesn't lose its momentum. Apple just went up, nicely going up, and just a gap down today, but just buyers will come back up. Even after market, Apple went up. Amazon, just this one as well, the gap down. But buyers again took control. So still within this wide range bar, nothing wrong with the market right now. So it's kind of like a bullish consolidation. But if it goes below 124, so that's going to be ugly scenario. It can go to 107. So we will see how it goes. Right now, still momentum is up. Meta, just they announced news for their Threads, the new platform, which is going to be a rival to the Twitter, and everyone just hyping this one, especially early session. It was pretty positive. But look what happened. So sellers just took control, buy the news, sell the rumors, and right now just coming down. And they're just selling to the news, and this one is coming down as well. So buy the rumors, sell the news. So they just sell to the news, and this one is coming down nicely, still in this consolidation phase, but we need to get below 270 if you are bear to get to 244 or even below 200. So I'm not there yet. I have a nice positioning method just because, as I said, this is one of the best performance in technology. If you haven't seen this video, it goes back to early this year. I just when it was here, I told you guys that this is gonna just outperform the other ones as well. And sure enough, it has a nice momentum to the upside. I'm not sure if this is the best, but that was one of the best in the FANG stock. Microsoft just had a positive day, so $3.12 up. So Microsoft, interestingly, hold up pretty well, recapture SMA 20. Nothing goes wrong right now. So Microsoft needs to close below this pivot, 325, 320, to get more downside to here. But right now, it's just holding up for now. And we should see if it holds up and just forming a bullish consolidation, probably it's going to go higher. If we get above 350, that's going to be a very, very bullish momentum for the Microsoft. I'm still looking for kind of like a shaky market. I'm not expecting these ones are getting to the upside because upside target for me is kind of like a limited. Probably I'm going to be early to the trade, but at the same time, I'm just looking for kind of like a short position or long position. I'm not gonna increase my long position right now. I just keep my investment as is. Google, nice gap down, but look what happens. The just buyers are coming back again. Google shouldn't go below this 116, because if it goes below this, it's going to be a sharp sell up to 107. So right now, Google hold up pretty well, still keeping up the momentum, but it doesn't go above SMA 20. Google needs to take out these highs to make sure that this one is getting high. So right now, it's just, you can see a trend here. So we need to get close above 122 if we want to just go higher. Netflix, $7 loss today. Tesla, $5.94 down. So Tesla is kind of like consolidating here. This consolidation could be bad and good for bulls and bears. So it's kind of indecisive. I would rather just stay away from this because it can go up and then coming down, or even vice versa. It can go down and then sharply going up. So I'm just the ideal scenario. I'm just giving you my analysis. If we gap down to this level, so that is the island reversal, which is going to be a very, very strong sell signal to here, and Tesla can go down here. But if it consolidates here, more consolidation means it's going to go higher. So again, take it to the granted that Tesla hold off for now, and this means bullish. We will give Tesla benefit of doubt, but again, if we see a gap down tomorrow to this area, so that's going to be island reversal to the downside. That's going to be a very signal. So we're not forecasting, we're just going day by day. SMH, which is semiconductor index, $1.79 to the downside. Nice gap down, but buyers still hold up now. So 142 is going to be a level. Stocks the same pattern, 482, 470, 71. So these area is going to be very, very important, because if it goes below this area, it can go down to 432 easily, just in blink of an eye. At TSM, so this one is coming down below this. It's going to be just a goodbye kiss and then coming down. Obviously, 94 is going to be a decisive moment, but I ultimately looking for 78 to 80. Semiconductor is at danger of some kind of like a bearish momentum to the downside. Why? Because there is, as you follow the news, there is a trade war between China and US again coming back to the news for semiconductors. So they're just banning each other from exporting and importing semiconductors. So that's going to be kind of like shaky news for semiconductors. We'll see how it goes. AMD, this one is hiking up today, about 47 cents loss. This is a classic price action. I'm just looking for this area to buy. No buy for me right now. NVIDIA, just this one is forming a topping formation, if you ask me, but it needs to go below 367, 373 to the downside. Texas Instrument gap down, buyers recommit back. This is going to be a wide range bar. If you ask me, it's going to go down here to buy. Lamb Research, this one as well. So this one, even after market goes down 616. And I believe if we take out this pivotal point, which is pretty close, which is 600 level, then it can go sharply down to here, 444. So that's going to be the level for the Lamb Research, and also even lower. So we'll see how it goes. But right now, I'm just I'm just staying on the side for the semi, because they're pretty good sector, but not in this price. I'm just looking for a downside move for semis to get back again. So I'm gonna kind of like a person that are buying the pain, not selling not buying the hype. So we'll see how it goes. XLF, which is a financial spider, nice price action. So I know it was gap down. Look at the tail here. So this is kind of like a bottoming tail here, just retracing back up. This is kind of like a back test. And we're seeing higher low, higher low, higher low, and this is low actually, higher low. So this is a nice steady to the upside, and we just see any pullback as a corrective move for the next higher high. So that's going to be the scenario. I'm just looking for 34.57 down the road. KBE, the same price action. So this one still hold up pretty well above this pivot. KRE, the same price action. JP Morgan, look at that. So it goes through this wide range bar, going to the SMA 20, just hold up pretty nice. Goldman Sachs, not a nice candle. So this one is sharply sell off. This means this one just a pullback coming down, and possibly can go test this, and here coming down to here 290 to this wide range bar. So we'll see how it goes. Bank of America 80 cents to the downside. Wells Fargo 59 cents to the downside. Wells Fargo upside target is going to be limited if you ask me. Gold miners 76 to the downside, GDX still just forming the bottom information, if you ask me, still above this pivotal point. And this is going to be interesting. If gold miners just hold up this pivotal point, this is kind of like the bottom information for higher prices, which I believe is going to happen. The Federal Reserve just blinked to the market that we're going to pause or pivot next year even. So that's going to be amazing opportunity for gold miners and juniors as well. So GDXJ, a nice holding up pretty well. So it was a nice sell-off today, but I don't know if you just call it sell-off nice or not, but this candle, this price action is pretty nice. Like, look at that. So it just gap down for took the control. Needs to hold out this pivotal point and as well this one as well. So we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty bullish in this sector. No matter what, I'm kind of like pretty bullish in this sector. So we'll see how it goes. AEM, just $1.10 to the downside. NEM 61 cents to the downside. Franco-Nevada, look at the candles. So it just go down and the retracement to the upside, $2.41. Gold Barrick, 48 cents to the downside. Not a good candle at all. So last sector, energy, they didn't follow up the crude price, but they will. They will ultimately. The reason is some of them are holding up pretty well. XLE, this one is in wide range consolidation. XOP as well, but look at the tail at the bottom here. So this is a nice buyers just coming back. OIH, nice doji bar, right? So that one is in resistance. So it's kind of like a natural position or a reaction to this top. But this doji, if it consolidates here, that's going to be a bullish flag, something like this, right? So we're going to just take another price action. So we'll see how it goes. If it holds up pretty well here, it's going to just move higher as well. Exxon. This one sharply coming down. This is kind of like a bearish price action. This is a head and shoulder. If we take out this pivotal point and go down to here, this pivot, if it doesn't hold 98, it can go ugly to the 87 or so. So we'll see how it goes. Chevron, the same price action. This one is coming down. Oxy, not that bad, not good, but I know that this is kind of like a QM pattern, and this QM pattern, if it triggers, that is very, very ugly. So it can go down to here to 46. Rig hold up pretty well. Look at that. So Rig, that's the one that I'm looking for, and still hold up pretty well. So if it hold up pretty well, 730, that's gonna just move higher to 8.30, then $10, then $12 stock down the road. So I'm pretty bullish in crude and metals down the road, not in the short term, but in the long term. I mean, like more than 6 months, it's gonna outperform the other stocks as well. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, I think I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.